Well, this one, anyways. Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy
Hi.
Wednesday. Ann and I are here once again for another fun live to share some share some new cool stuff with you guys today.
We
Right?
love to share new stuff,
We do love to share new stuff. Oh my
especially when
gosh.
it's from our creative girlfriends.
Oh yeah, that's even better. That is
Yeah.
even better. So let's back up and start from the beginning. Okay. My name is Lisa Rojas, and this is my business partner and very dear friend and butler. And the two of us own Bella Crafts Publishing. We put out a free digital craft magazine that comes out 4 times a year. Spring issue is out now. It's absolutely gorgeous, as always. So
It
that's
is
always
quite
fun.
lovely.
Yeah. Good job on that. She always does a great job on the magazines.
Hi,
Um,
Isabel.
Hi, Isabel. So, for those of you that are joining us for the very first time, um, you can, and if you're watching on YouTube also,
Yes.
we wanted to let you guys know that we do giveaways every single week when we're on our lives, right? We've got terrific sponsors that, send us all kinds of cool stuff to give away. And, just they're just awesome. So, to get in on the giveaways each week, you need to like, comment, and share my video here. And then also when Ann goes and does her video at 2 p.m. Central Time today. Okay. So make sure that you share, share with all of your friends and everything. Hi.
Hey, Rebecca. Hi, Helen.
Hi, Helen. Hi, Beck. So, make sure that you share because, we love to have more people come to the lives. Now, we do get the majority of our lives on replay. It happens. Um, you can never pick a right time when you're trying to do these things. So, you know, um, not a big deal, but just make sure to get in on the giveaway, like, comment, and share, and then you will be
Hashtag
entered
Bella
in.
Crafts.
Thank you. Thank you. See, she keeps me on point. Hashtag Bella Crafts. There we go. And then you'll be entered into the giveaway each week. Okay. So we are super excited. We just finished up with our BellaCon event.
We did.
Okay. So you take it over from here.
The event was fabulous. Um, our sponsors were great. Every giveaway that I had physically in my house is out the door, which is huge. And so there were great giveaways. The giveaways were anywhere from a $40 prize to over $100 prize. And that's
Yeah.
not counting like if people ordered swag. I mean, it was wonderful. The workshops were fabulous. Isabel was there. She knows.
Yep.
Um, and the tool we're sharing today on both our lives was launched at BellaCon.
Yes.
And it is beautiful. It is from Juliana. So it is a loom and it is for paper crafting. So she connected with Eileen Hull and came up with this beautiful tool that we're using today. We are excited. And Lisa mentioned the door prizes or our giveaway for today. I
Mhm.
will announce during my live what the giveaway is.
Okay.
I just got to make sure everything is working properly.
Yep.
So, but we do have a fabulous giveaway today. So we're excited. Isabel says the event was amazing and the swag bags were so generous. Yes, we do have
Thank you.
very generous sponsors.
Yeah.
And I am already working on BellaCon 2025.
She is.
I have so many I've learned a lot doing huge virtual events.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm finding what works and what doesn't. And so it will again be 4 days.
Yeah.
And the sponsors, a lot of them that sponsored this time are already on board for next year. So we will have even more sponsors than we did this year. But I am starting already for 2025 because I got to get it all set and in order. So I'm excited about that.
She's so funny because she calls me and Ann is like, okay, so I've already got the schedule down for next year. And I'm like, schedule for what? The Bellicon event. I'm like, girl, we just got done with it. Take a breath. But nope, she dove right in and started all over again. And it was such an amazing event. It was so much fun.
It was fun.
You know, we had such a good time. And, you know, I think people got to see another side of us, you know.
They definitely do during the events.
Yeah, because, you know, we get a little.
You know, it's all good.
We get a little.
They get to know us a little bit more personally.
Exactly.
Yep. And I was actually watching one of the mini classes I was watching.
Oh, yeah.
Amanda's, her birthday card that she gave away in the swag bags, because I wanted to make mine because I have a grandson whose birthday is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a perfect card.
It is. It is a perfect
and
card.
He likes interactive. So
yeah. Yeah.
So I was watching that before this.
He'll have fun with that. But today, what we're doing, okay, for those of you that, you know, don't know who we're talking about with Juliana.
Can't imagine, but yeah.
I can't either because she is huge in the creative industries. You know, Anne and I have known her for many, well, we're not even going to go, a long time.
Yep.
And she makes the most beautiful beaded stuff, jewelry, etc., that I have ever seen. I mean, I just get flabbergasted when I see her work because it's so incredible. And so this time, though, that she's doing something different, which I am way excited about, because you guys that have been watching us for a while know that I have been saying time and time again, I'm going to bring fibers back into paper crafting. I've been saying it because fibers, I absolutely love them.
They are beautiful.
I have tons. So, you know,
and I have tons.
A whole lot.
My whole desk is full right now.
Yeah, my whole room is like a bomb blew up in here. So what Juliana did was she was talking with Anne about it first, and she wanted to develop, now help me if I get this wrong, she wanted to develop something that we as paper crafters, me as a paper crafter, would be able to use in, you know, in my work, in, you know, with paper arts. And so she hooked up with Eileen because Anne told her, you need to see Eileen because Eileen is the journal queen, right? So
Speaking of which,
yeah, she's here. I see her pop in.
Miss Eileen Hall is here in the house.
Hey, girl.
We're going to bring her in. She was walking. I just want to make sure she's ready.
Yeah.
She said a second.
Yeah. So the two of them came up with this concept. Now, those of you that have not seen the original Jewel Loom, I have.
And Isabel is working on a project right now with Juliana's blue Jewel Loom.
Oh, she is?
Yep. So awesome. Right. Isabel, you'll have to share it in our group so we can see what you make. We love to see what everybody's doing.
All right. I'm telling you, my room is a total disaster area. But this is the mini. This is the small one.
That is the very mini. That's the baby.
This is the baby. And she's the one, Juliana is the one that designed this, and she works with this. She weaves on it, and it's just, her work is stunning. So what her and Eileen decided, because
Okay,
they
I'm going to
wanted to,
bring Eileen in now.
there she
Since we're
is.
talking about her.
Yeah, since we're
Yay.
talking about
Bye.
you. So I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm
I
excited.
want to see Lisa.
No, you really don't. But you know,
I
Told
really
me I
do.
could laugh.
Anne messaged me last night and said, "So how's the weaving going?" And yesterday was just one of those days for me. You know, when you have one of those. Yesterday was
Oh,
my
yeah.
day,
Yes.
and I said, "Well, I'm on the fourth time of ripping it apart and starting over."
I told her she shouldn't have ripped any apart. She should have
That's
shared
true.
them as what not to do.
Learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we learn.
Well, you know, because this is such an easy thing to do. I felt stupid. You know, I'm like, okay, this is not rocket science here,
I know.
people. I should be able to
In
figure
and
this
out.
out. Yeah, weave in and out. I mean, you know, but I am
Well,
blind.
you to be right. I get it. And it takes a little while to test out, the materials that you like.
Yes.
You know, like Juliana, she works with the wildfire string or whatever
Mhm.
you call
Yeah,
it. I
from
don't know the
Beetle
length
On.
of Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did get some, but like I'm not doing the fine beads. I'm doing fibers. So I needed a cotton cord that was a little heavier duty.
Yeah.
So depending on what you do, your materials, you just have to test them out and see what works best for you. So you were
Yep.
perfectly fine doing what you did, whatever it was.
It's beautiful. You're
I
gonna
bet.
love it. And it's beachy. It's her
Ooh.
theme.
It is beachy because, you know, I always have the beach brain, you know,
Yes.
so I had muted my mic because Rich was just coming in, and I thought, okay, are my dogs going to go bonkers and we're going to hear barking everywhere? But no, they were actually pretty good. Scary.
Very good.
We didn't hear them
So-
because you were mic or muted.
But they didn't do anything. That's the point. So, as I was saying, they came up with this
Okay, I'm going to make you big. Okay, there you go.
absolutely cool.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It's
This
so
thing
cute.
is so fun. It is so much fun. And they're doing it together, as you can see, because Jules got her, upside down, sorry. Jules got her register mark up there. And then of course, Eileen's.
Who did nothing for this, by the way.
Isn't that a nice surprise though?
Yeah. Really
It
nice.
was, this was really fun. I do have to say, for my own ego, that yesterday was the first time that I actually tried this. So
Yeah, I get it.
I called Anne last night. Okay, so I call her. She says, call me, because I messaged back and said, don't ask, it's bad. She says, call me. So I call her. She's like, okay, what's going on? I'm doing this, right? And she's like, what, you're not done yet? And I went,
I didn't say that.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
right.
say you're not done yet. I said,
how are you?
But it's easy. You can do this.
Yes. Well, she is my cheerleader when I get into things that I'm not comfortable with. She's like, yeah, you can do this. It's a piece of cake. Well, and then she goes on.
But it's a little, there's a learning curve,
There definitely is a learning curve. But
yeah.
It's not that hard though,
No.
but there is a learning curve. That is very true. So I told her, I was like, well, this is what I started. This is the fourth one. And she's looking at it. And she's like, oh, that's not too bad. And I started laughing.
Nice.
And then she says, oh, I finished mine. You want to see mine? So she pulls up this beautifully weaved thing. And I was like, you know what? When we do my live tomorrow, you are going on mute, because if I hear you giggling in the background,
I would never.
Hers is
But
beautiful. And it's
I'm
her.
sure.
It's
it is,
beachy.
it's
So
me.
you show it, Lise. I'm gonna
right.
make you big so everybody can see, because it is beautiful.
Okay, so this is what I created with it.
That's
Isn't that
adorable.
gorgeous?
I
Yes.
absolutely love it. And then
Yeah.
next week,
Yeah.
what I'm going to do next week is I'm going to add it to something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Oh.
incorporate what
A
I made this week,
continuation.
yes,
Nice.
into next week. So I'm excited about
Right.
that.
Kathleen says she
So,
made
yeah.
one, but she hasn't taken it off the loom yet.
Yes, that is kind of the tricky part.
It is kind of scary because you
Yeah.
think, is it going to fall apart?
I know. That's what I think, because like some other things I've done, things untwist, or they
Mhm.
like knitting, you know, take it off and like
Oh, yeah.
pull the string. Have to hope, but yeah, this
Yeah.
is, but the
It works
weavers or
perfect.
the warp, yeah,
The,
still
the
getting
warp, yeah.
The terminology, right? Oh,
Well, right. We're trying to learn all that.
Well,
yes.
the fun thing about it is we're kind of all learning it together. So,
Right.
you know, we can all watch each other, and if somebody
Mhm.
has something really cool, we could ask them, you know, how did you do that, or what did you
Yeah.
use? And
Yeah.
you know, it is
I
kind of
did very-
exciting.
I did very basic. I mean, I was not afraid to pull it off the loom. I
it's
was
so
like,
cute.
clip.
Clip.
This was
Well,
last night. I was done. I was
Yeah.
already done. So
After taking apart a few of them, you shouldn't be worried about taking it
Right.
off the loom.
exactly, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm excited because I have been saying for quite some time now that I want fibers to come back into the paper
Mhm.
crafting world, and this is a perfect marriage of both, and I
That's
am
true.
so excited about it. So
Susan
you see,
says
you guys?
warp and weft. So the
Yes,
warp is the strings that you put on the loom, and the
Okay.
weft is what you're weaving across.
yes.
I only knew about the warp, didn't know anything about any weapon thingy or whatever, but
You will learn all the terms.
oh my God, I just need to get through this live.
No, it's beautiful. You did great, and everybody has their own style.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know, mine is all color. It's always been color. I love color. So, and you know, I'm making fun of myself because that's just me. I'm a goofball. But honestly, it is very, very simple to use, you know, as long as you have the right directions, because I was watching videos with Jules, right?
Right.
From the event. And instead of finishing out what she was doing, she would start something and I'd be like, okay, I got that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, that doesn't look like, you know, and I'm telling Anne, I was like, I was doing one at a time. And, you know,
I did that too.
Oh, you
I
did?
Yeah, because I couldn't remember. I was too lazy to look it up. I'm like, how hard could it be? And then she does it all in a row.
How hard can it be?
Yeah, I was like,
Hard.
she started laughing at me.
Want it to be.
She started laughing at me and she's like, no, do it in and out a few times. So then I go back and I'm watching Jules and I was like, oh, maybe I should have sat down and watched better instead of like, I got this.
I told her she should have rewatched yours because
Yeah,
you were a beginner.
Right, that's true.
You know, I mean, that helps because Jules this is what she does for a living.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
she does it.
And,
well,
you know, we're not all going to be perfect like that,
Not right,
you know, ever.
right away.
But, you know, we just learn and it is fun. It is
fun.
I
It's
see
relaxing.
so many possibilities for this tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
It's relaxing once you figure out what you're doing. Then it's just kind of like going with the flow. You know, at first I was like, why isn't this not working?
Isabel has a great suggestion.
Yes.
What's that?
Lisa, if you need a pull for any of your interactive cards, you could weave one. It would also be decorative. See?
Nice.
The
There you go.
possibilities.
See, girl. Hold on one second. Rich, can you get Emmy, please? She's about ready to tear my door down. Sorry. That was like not professional at all. But, you know, when you got dogs, you got to deal with them, right? Okay, so enough stalling. I need to do this to show you guys how fabulous this is because you're going to love it. And like I said, something new to add to our paper crafts.
Right.
You know, just one more. I'm on camera.
Hi, Rich.
Hello.
I see him walking this way. My poor husband.
See, Mark avoids it at all costs. He'll
Yes.
stand and hover and go.
Yeah. Be out mowing the lawn.
Yeah, he puts up with so much.
So before Lisa starts,
yeah,
for those of you that don't know, Eileen is going on a month-long teaching tour. 2 weeks teaching, 2 weeks vacay. So when she comes back, she's going to be a weaving expert because she's bringing this back with her.
I'm it on the cruise. I don't think I'm going to get much done before that because I'll be but I am excited, and I hope to do some videos while I'm on the boat if the internet works and all that. I've never I've done it from the Bahamas, but not from like you know, the Arctic Circle or wherever we're going to be. So hopefully it works. But if not, then I'll do a video and I'll post it when I can. But I just want to say a couple things if I could.
Yes.
While I'm gone, my wonderful friend Debbie is going to be managing my Etsy store. So if anybody needs a loom, if you watch this and think it's something you might want to try, you know, go ahead and put in an order. It's just Eileen Hall Etsy store.
I'll put a link in when Lisa does her live.
Yeah. So that will be open if you need to get a loom. And we've put in whatever you might need to start with to make a project. So you get 24 total yards of fibers to use. And I've put in that I like to use and that have worked for me. So the other day I did a live and we made some rainbow seam binding with some inks.
To make you bigger.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's right up my alley, girl.
That is.
I know.
Look at all that color.
Noticed I haven't finished it yet. Oh, well. But I will have time on the boat. And you know what? It takes a little while. The weaving part is really the fun and relaxing part. It's just like you kind of have to have an idea ahead of time what it is that you want to make with it, where you're going to use it. But once you do a couple practice ones, but I want to use this for a book binding. So I'm going to bring along some sample books and be playing with that. But you might want to make a bracelet, or you might want to make a bookmark, or something else. And that, you know, the other thing is, like Anne said, exploring the possibilities of what else can we do with this? Because you know me, if I'm going to buy a tool, I want to know 10 ways to use it because I want to get my money worth. So that's what I mean about us all being in the community, learning together so we can see what other people are making. And, you know, if you guys haven't joined, there's the Eileen Hall fan club. And actually some of the people in the group have gotten, for the Bellicon, they got their kits and they've been posting really amazing stuff with beads and everything all woven in. And I mean, they're ahead of me. So I need to catch up. But if you want to be inspired, come on over there or go to Jules's page and watch her videos, because you're going to learn everything you want to know about weaving beads over there. And mine is going to be more basic kind of craft applications. And I don't know yet, but whatever it is, you can find something over there at Eileen Hall Designs on Facebook. That's where I do my lives. So I go live on Tuesdays. So
I'll put that link in too. Yeah.
Yes,
Great.
yes.
All
Gotta support.
right.
Gotta support.
Yes. We
All
support
right,
each
so
other.
I am jumping in now.
All right.
Now that
I'm going to go pack, but I'm going to carry my phone around and I'm going to be watching you. Okay.
Oh, thank you for
Okay,
that.
thanks for coming, Eileen.
Sure.
Bye,
I'll
sweetie.
see you later.
Have a good trip if
Okay.
I don't see you
Yes.
before.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.
All right.
Bye.
So let me switch cameras and then we will get down to the nitty gritty with this. All right. So here we go. Okay. So again, this is what I created. And as you can see, it's not, it's not very big. I didn't want it, really big. But I just loved all the colors and just everything about it. And then I had originally wanted to add some beading and stuff in there. So I got these beautiful beads that I was thinking about using. And then I found these and I loved this because I wanted some kind of a beachy look to it. So it's not done yet. This is not done yet. And as I said, it's going to go on a project for next week's live. So you want to make sure that you come back for that to see how I'm going to use this. I'm kind of excited about it. And, I've been telling you guys about fibers now for a while. So when the girls told me that they were doing this, I thought I was going to lose my mind. So right now I'm going to put this over there and then show you again. This is what we're working on today. Okay. This is wood. The other looms that Juliana has are plastic, like the blue plastic that I showed you earlier. What did I do with that one? This one. And this is the smallest one that she has. And this is, specifically, I believe, for beading. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think this is more or less for beading because I don't think you're going to get I could be wrong. But anyways, this is what they created and this is what we're going to be using. Okay, so to start, what I did is I had some beautiful fibers that I absolutely loved, but I had also gotten some stuff from Juliana too. So to get started, this is a hemp cord. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a 1 millimeter. But you'll also know too, guys, that when I finish this project for next week, then I will also do a blog post on it. So you'll have all of the measurements and all of that stuff that you need. So what you're going to do to start with this is you're going to take your hemp cord. Okay. And this little notch here that's on the end, we're going to take and we're going to tie a knot. And then this is going to be our base. Okay. This is where the warping business comes in. Okay. So you want to make sure that this knot is pretty secure. I liked it really, really tight. So you can see it just do a tight little knot right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your hemp cord and you're going to bring it down. You can see the little grooves that are in here. Excuse me, that are in here. Honestly, I do not know what they're called. So we're just going with the grooves. Okay. So you're going to bring your hemp cord down into that first little slot there. And you're going to bring it down here. And then you want to make sure that you hang on to it really, really good here because your first warp is, I think, the most important. So you want to make sure that you keep it really, really taut. Okay, so we're going to take it and then we're going to wrap it around that notch right there. Okay, and I'm still making sure that I'm keeping it tight. And then your weave is going to depend on how how many rows you want to make it. Okay. For this, I'm just going to do a few just so I can show you how it all works. And then, you know, you can learn more later. I mean, watch Juliana's videos. I know Ann and I are going to be using this more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take that up and I'm going to hold my thumb right there, and then I'm going to wrap it around that other notch in the top. Okay. And with this one, I'm skipping 2 rows in between. Okay. So I am skipping. So I've got it on the first one, skip 2, then 1, skip 2, just like that. Okay. And again, we're going to come down here at the bottom, and you want to make sure that you hang on to that, wrap it around. Really good. There we go. All right. And then we're going to bring it up here. We have, okay, that is 2. Cool. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie it off. Okay. So how I did it, and if you start watching any of Juliana's videos, she'll tell you, you know, do it how you like, whatever works best for you. So I tied, excuse me, I tied mine off this way, but I know that there's, you know, I'm sure all kinds of different ways you can do it. Okay, so I'm going to cut that just so I can work with it a little bit easier. And then I'm going to take this and pull that through. Okay. And then we're going to just make a knot in this. So again, just want to wrap it around. Okay. All right, let me pull that off just a second here. I need a little bit more room to tie it. Okay. So I'm going to go in here, wrap it around, and then just tie it in a knot. Okay. There we go. Okay, so nice and tight. All right. Now the easy part comes in. Actually, you know, like I said, this is an easy, you know, thing to do. I made it more difficult than it needed to be. But once I got comfortable with it, then I started having fun. Okay, so also what comes with this loom is also a little wooden needle here. This actually has a saying that, right? That Eileen says, yeah, Eileen says this all the time in her lives and stuff when she's crafting. It says, it's not perfect, but that doesn't bother me. So, you know, I love that because that just kind of tells us all about our crafting, right? You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, people. So you're going to get this really cool little needle here, and then also a comb that you can use to help you with your weaving. Okay, so now, again, you can do this part of it different ways. You can do it by hand if you want to go like that. But I wanted to just try it with the needle because I thought, well, I have it. Why not use it, right? All right, so I just started taking my little threads here, pull it through. Now, here is where I did definitely do it different than what Jules does. Because when I started my new weave or whatever you want to call it, when I started on a new fiber, I always tied it off on the side. Okay. Juliana's, she does do it like this, but she gets to this point in a different way. I just went ahead and just tied it like this. Just tie a little knot in there. Just want to make sure that it's going to hold. Okay. So then you've got it. You've got your little needle here, and then you're just going to weave, right? So this is over. So you're going to go under, over, under, and pull.
It's so relaxing.
It is. Once you stop freaking out about it, This is the
part where you just sit and enjoy.
Exactly. Okay, so you've got your start here. So now you're going to go back. And because you went under here, you're going to go over on that first one, under, over, and under. And then just pull it through. Okay, now for me, the only area that I really had difficulty with, and I think that's just going to come with time and learning how to do it, is you want to make sure that your weaves are tight, but you want to be cautious that you don't smoosh them like when you start coming down here. And that's what I ended up doing in mine. See, you'll see if you can notice from the top here. I don't even know if you can really tell, but it's a little bit wider here than it is down here because I wasn't paying attention of my tension. Okay. And you need to keep an eye on that. But from what Juliana had told me, or, said in her workshops, is that this is just something that also will come with time and how often you use it and, that kind of stuff. All right. So again, we're going to go over, under. We're going to go over, under, over, and under. Okay. And then we're just going to do the same. And you do this however many times you want. And then what you can do also, I fidgeted with mine with my fingers, but I also used my comb. So I think that's just, whatever works best for you, I guess. Okay, so I've got that first one on. So now I'm just going to kind of just tuck it in there. Okay. And then I'm going to take it through here. Here we go. And then tie another knot. Okay, so we're going to do that. I don't know with these fibers if you really have to worry about really tight, doing a tight knot on this part of it, only because these fibers are so thick. I don't think they're going to come unraveled, but you want to be safe than sorry, right? All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off this little end here. And then I'll start with another color. So let's do this purple. I really like this. This is really pretty.
It is pretty.
Yeah, I love this. So again, I'm going to tie a knot over here. And get that tied on. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and double knot this. All right. So we're just going to leave that tail on there for now. Okay, so then what you're going to do again is the same exact thing. Pop it through your needle here. And then again, over, under, over, under. And you can see that now it's all starting to take shape. Right? And then you get all these beautiful different colors in here. And you guys know me, I am a color girl. I love lots and lots of color. So there we go. And then again, oops, we're we're just going to keep going back and forth. Okay, over, under, over, under. So you can see how simple it is to do, right? And then what you can do here, once you're getting, to this point, you can go ahead and use your fingers or use your comb to kind of pull it or push them together a little bit. But always keep in mind about your tension. I think that's important. And I know that I'm going to get much better at it the more I use it, which is with anything, I guess, when you're trying a new tool. See, now see the tension is starting to pull a little bit. So I want to let that up. There we go. And then we're going to go back again. Now, another thing, too, that you can do is cut your pieces, your fabric pieces, in smaller lengths. It just gives it a little bit, it just makes it a little bit easy to deal with it better, okay? All right, so now I've got that one on. And you can already see, you can't really tell, excuse me, a whole lot with the fibers because they're so fuzzy. But with ribbons like this, you can already see where the weave is coming. Now, for me, obviously, this was all I had to work with because I hadn't gotten new supplies yet to use with this. So I don't think I would use this on something that's going to be with this color because, I don't, the colors aren't going to match really, really well, but but we're just playing here. Okay, so see, we get to this point, and now I'm going to pull this off. Nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Okay. And then you're just going to tie this one off also.
I love that. So versatile.
You what, Anne?
I love that. So versatile. You can do so many different things. Any colors you want, any fibers.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun like that. Okay, so that's on there pretty good. So I'm going to cut this piece off. And right now I'm leaving my tails long just because I'll go back and clip them shorter if I want them to be a little bit shorter. I'll just go ahead and clip them shorter like I did on this piece. But for right now, I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to leave it like it is. So then, before you start on a new color or a new fiber, you just want to check, make sure everything is looking like, how you want it. And then you just do it again. So let me see. I have all kinds of such gorgeous fibers, I'm telling you. All right, let's do this one real quick. Because I think, I really can't show you much more than this at this point. And I don't want you to fall asleep watching me do this, but, All right, so I'm going to tie that off. And then I'm going to put this through my little needle here. There we go. Okay, and again, you're just going to weave it in. Now think about this. As you're working on this, think about all of the wonderful things you can do with these pieces in your paper crafts. I mean, that's what I was so excited about. I mean, I love beading as much as the next gal. I think beading is, I think it's a calling for some, like Juliana, it's a calling for her, but this just makes me so happy that, we can maybe start adding fibers into our work again. And anytime I can use anything that I already have, or, try out something new, I am there. I am so there for it. I may, when I'm trying something new, I may whine about it when I first start off. But once I get it down, then I'm okay. All right. So I think we're just going to stop it at this point. Like I said, just because I don't want to bore you guys to death. All right. So I'm going to take this off and knot this again. Okay. There we go. And then we'll cut this off. And you would just keep doing this until you got it to the length that you wanted it to be. Okay. And then once you have that, now see, I want to make sure that this gets scrunched up a little bit more. So, when you're doing this, the easiest way to do it is keep your finger under the warps here like this, and then comb it, or the opposite, whichever way you're more comfortable using. Okay. But then you've got all of these really beautiful fibers that are going to make, a really cool addition to your paper crafts. This idea is just awesome to me. All right. Now, to get these off, I'm going to go ahead and take it off, even though I'm not done with it, just because I want you guys to see. Again, other people might do it differently. I'm not sure, but this is what worked for me, so I was happy. So all I did really was I came back here to the back, and then I just took my scissors and I just started snipping.
The hardest part.
Yeah, because you're thinking, oh my gosh, is it all going to work? Is it all going to stay? But actually it does. I mean, everything just stays where you put it. All right. So I'm going to cut those off of that end. And then this end down here, I'll just pull off. So see, now you have your little piece. And then, again, you're going to make it as long or as short as you want it. But that's how easy it is to use. Just like that. Now, I would go back in and trim these, some to finish it off. I would trim these up a little bit. Oops. And then I'll show you. Now, I know that this is not how Jewel's does hers, but it was late last night and I was desperate.
You're so funny.
I know, right? So what I did, let me get the rest of these off. My scissors need to be sharpened. All right. I'm going to cut this last little bit off here. Okay. So what you want to do, or what I did, okay, is I trimmed these. I'm going to show you with this one. I trimmed the backs of them to where I have just about a 1/2 inch. Now, I'm not worried about what the back of this is going to look like or anything, because it's going to go on something else. So nobody is going to see it but me. So this was the easiest way that I found to take it off the loom, and then to take care of your cord here, because you want to make sure you do have to secure your cord, or you will pull it all off. So you do want to secure it. I know Jules has a special tool that she uses. It's by Wildfire, I think, where it burns the edges off. Okay. So I didn't have that. So what I did was I just trimmed them, fairly short. I went ahead and I did tie knots in them before I I cut them. So I tied a couple knots in. I just did it together, tied it in the knots, and then I added my glue back here, and then I went and I trimmed off the excess because I didn't want all those tails. And that's what you come out with. But see, very simple to use, but man, you can do so many great things with this. I can't wait to play with it more. I'm going to show you, I think what I'm going to do for my project for next week, I think I'm going to add some beading in this. So you can also see, you know, what it looks like with some beads. Although Anne's going to show you some beautiful work that she did with it. So I hope you guys come back and watch hers too. But for me, I think I explained it okay.
Yes? You did great.
All right. Yeah, just, you know, my first time out, you guys. So, you know, I'm glad that you hung out with me and, you know, didn't make fun of me while I was trying this new venture.
No,
but I absolutely
fun.
Yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I think it's going to it's going to go crazy in the paper world. I'm telling you.
It is. It is a great thing. I am going to, I have a couple questions or comments starred. Lisa, okay, did you answer this, how you attached your charms?
Oh, these. Okay. Let me switch my camera real quick. I need to get something to drink. My mouth was dry. Okay. Now, I'll tell you what I did, and I'll tell you what I would do in the future. Because I was still messing with this morning, because I was just so worried that it was going to be all ugly.
It's so pretty.
You know, it did come out better than I actually thought. So, you know, I am very happy about that. But actually what I did was I just attached them onto the fibers with a little bit of a glue gun and just, you know, attached them right to the fibers. You can do it that way. I think if or when I do this again, I'll probably sew them on, you know, just because I think it probably would look prettier. I don't know, but
if you're going to glue it to a binding anyhow, I don't know that matters.
Yeah, that was my thought, you know, but I mean,
it's a bracelet. Yeah, it might matter.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, this is just something really cool that, you know, you can do, and just think of all the fun things you can do with that. I can't wait.
I know.
I'm like way excited.
Rebecca says she can't wait to see what you make with it. So come back next week because she's going to take this same weave that she did.
Yep.
And use it in her project next week, which is really cool because the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, I love those colors. But, you know, I'm a color girl.
You are. Jimmy said, Lisa, you look amazing.
Oh,
it has been a long time for me to be on a live. That is so sweet, Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy, is she on here?
Yes, that's so sweet.
Oh, hi. I have been thinking about you a lot, girl. I've been worried something was up, so I'm.
Well, yeah, because she hasn't been here.
Good. Yeah.
Sandy says, thank you for so much for the wonderful giveaway prize from the Bella Connie bin. I'm glad you got it, Sandy. Yeah, I was happy once I got them all out of the house. And then last night, one person emailed me. I made one. She got two prizes because I had the correct person's name, but I had the wrong address because I was going off a spreadsheet in little tiny lines. And I figure if that's the only mistake I made after sending hundreds of packages, I'm good. And she's so sweet. I sent her a new label. She's shipping it off to the right person. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. How did I do that? But thank goodness it's the only thing so far. So I'm glad you got your prize.
Yes.
And Sandy said, I'm cautiously working along with you, Lisa.
Oh, see?
Oh, I love that.
See, so we're going to be doing more with this because I really think that, that this is going to be really fun to use. This would be adorable on a card, on a journal. I know that when when they were first talking about it, they were talking about using it for the binding, right?
Mhm.
For the
Yep.
Yeah. So, of course, that's going to be perfect there. And then you can make it as big or as small as you want, and as many of the
As wide as it's 1.5 inches wide. So
yeah.
that's how wide you can make it. But there is no rule saying you can't make one and make a second one and stitch them together.
Yeah.
You
There
know,
you go.
if you had a 3-inch binding and that's what you wanted. Isabel said, Lisa, thank you for sharing and taking us through the weaving process.
Oh, you're welcome.
See?
But Isabel, you're a pro at this.
Right. She does love
We should have.
fibers.
Yeah.
Sandy said, I did not get quite as far, but I did bite the bullet and started because you showed me how to start. See?
Oh, yay.
That
See,
just that makes it all worthwhile.
it does. It really, really does. Because anytime that Ann and I are doing this for you guys, we want to make sure that we're bringing you the correct information. We're showing you the correct way that the tool is to be used. If we want to put our twist on certain things, like I did with the, gluing the pieces on there, then that's okay too. But the most important reason we do it is because of you guys, and just making sure that you know how to do it.
Well, right. And if we don't know how, we will figure out how.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Sandy says you two are the best team.
Oh,
that's so sweet.
Thank you.
And I meant to put links in. I got sidetracked because I actually have my son here. He just walked in. He is here with his crew, and they're doing my driveway. So I heard him come in during Lisa's live, and I, since I wasn't on camera, I went out for a minute to talk to him, and I put lunch in for the crew. So I will put links in for this, or Lisa will put links in after. And make sure you guys come back at 2:00 Central Time. I will be live. I didn't know Lisa was going to actually take it off the loom because she started. So I thought, okay, good. You guys saw how it starts.
Yeah.
So I have one completed on my loom that I thought I would take off.
Oh, good. Okay.
So I thought I'm going to start my live by taking it off the loom. And then I will restring it quickly and show you how I weave. But because mine is actually all the way done, and I know it's scary. So to see it a couple times, and I've done it different ways,
Yeah.
If it's loose enough, I can do it one way, and if it's not, I just cut them.
Yeah, I didn't even hesitate, because the thought process I had at the time was, I have plenty more.
That's right.
Where this is coming from. Oh, and I did want to share one tip with you guys. I had, in between a couple of these layers, I had put in another fiber. I don't remember which one it was, but I absolutely did not like it at all once it was on there. But I didn't notice it until I was done. And then I was looking at it and going, but I hadn't taken it off yet. But I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, no, I really don't like that on there. So what I did was I pulled my weaving apart while it's still on the wood. And I just cut that fiber out, scooched it all back together.
Perfect.
And then went from there. So I want, so if you get stuck or you put something on there and you're looking at it and you're going, yeah, no, cut it out.
Yep.
You know, because as long as it's still on the loom, you don't have any, there's no issues.
Right.
So
right.
yeah,
Great
yeah.
tip.
Yeah, I just, you know, beginner's tips. So now you're learning from an absolute beginner.
Well, I am too.
And
I mean, I've done some bracelets, but this is new to me too.
yeah,
So,
the fiber stuff is right.
yeah.
You've been beating with it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is such a great tool, and you guys will have so much fun with it. And you
Yes.
can learn right along with us and Eileen, and you know, it's all good. But we will
Yeah.
get those links put in, and make sure you like, comment, and share. I'm going to announce the giveaway during my live, because I got to make sure it all works before I say that's the giveaway, but I think it does. So Sarah said the tornado sirens work, so she must be in a tornado warning.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Yes, I will see you all at 2. We will be back here in less than an hour. I'm going to go get that lunch out for the crew, and we will be back.
All right, you guys take care. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.